Hello! I am packing and I thought it'd be fun to show a few essentials, things that I like to take on a trip when I go traveling, or things that I am trying out because I've read the reviews about them and I'm excited. So today it's my trip essentials. I am supposed to be leaving on a trip Monday. We're taking a road trip out of here. We're going to go to make a few stops. We're driving pretty far. And as I was just throwing everything out, getting ready to pack, I thought it'd be fun to show you guys some of the essentials that I have found work. Some things I've had for a long time, and some things I'm just trying them out. But I just wanted to share these fun items with you, just so you can see them. So first, I'm gonna make sure the first thing is started. So I know, don't judge me, my suitcase is on the bed. But first we're gonna start out with the suitcase. So I usually don't take the whole set with me. It's a smaller trip. So I'm gonna show you the pieces that I always take with me no matter what. When I store it in the suitcase, so then that way it's easy to find. I have had this suitcase for, I wanna say 3 or 4 years now. And as you can see, the wheels are still intact. One of the things I like is that the wheels spin. So this is usually a carry-on. It can fit underneath this, or in the overhead. I have not had any issues with this being a carry-on. And it has helped with getting us through the airport. It has a handle right here, so you can carry it this way. It also has a handle right here. And then you push this button. This comes out, so you can have it full. There's 3 different settings that you can have the handle at. So if you're tall, for reference, I hope I'm in there, but that's at the tallest, that's the smallest, and that's it put away. It does have these stoppers at the bottom, so then that way it's not resting on the ground. So if you decide to put it on the side, and it's really cute. How I got this is my sister got tired of me asking her for luggage, so she got me this set. So I guess I should ask for things more often. It does have a little locking mechanism here, so then that way you can lock your suitcase. On the inside, so this zips shut. So usually I like to throw all my dirty clothes on this side as I accumulate them and zip it so it's separated. And then I like to pack all of my socks and underwear in here. And then if you have big things that are folded, you can strap them in here. So this is great. Like I said, this suitcase, love it. I take it everywhere. With this suitcase, a thing that I really like is it has an overnight bag that comes with it. With this overnight bag, so if you're not packing a lot, I like that you can condense it and make it, of course, I never have any issues with zipping stuff and putting stuff together. And then when it comes time to doing stuff on camera or doing stuff in front of people, it always falls apart. I wonder if any of you guys have that issue. But you can condense it and make it smaller. Ooh, like I said, I don't usually have this issue. Something snagged. But you can condense it and make it smaller. I like that they put a little pocket right here. So I've been looking for this. I accused people of taking it and I just found it. So it helps to go through all your pockets after you finish your trip. But I usually keep, when we're flying, I keep my passport, driver's license, all that stuff in here. So it's easily accessible. And on the inside, it has a zipper pocket here, and it is one of those wet pockets. So if you put toothpaste, lotion, something that you're afraid will mess up stuff if it leaks, you just put it in there. And if it does spill, because it's plastic or vinyl, I don't know, but it's waterproof, you can just wipe it out. So that's nice. And then it has other 2 little pockets on this side, and I do like the stripes on the inside. So that is this. And one plus about this is, just gonna put it on my bed. I know I'm probably causing some people to freak out. Not the suitcase on the bed. I'll probably be taking my bedding off before I leave and washing it anyways. But it has the luggage pocket, so you can just slide that on, and there you go. When you're traveling, you don't have to carry it, so you can load it up with stuff, and it is good to go. And like I said, you can grab your easily accessible things right there, zip it up, and you're on the go. And you're looking cute while you have it. And I like the matching toiletry bag. So one thing I like about this is it has the snap, so we can put this over, we usually put it over the shower rod, so it's out of the way, but we have all of our stuff. so we can keep our toothbrushes and stuff all contained. And then it has like a little pocket in here so you can keep that. And then it has like a little loop, and again another thing so you can like clap that onto like a backpack or something if you don't want to stick it in there. Usually I have it in my overnight bag because I don't stuff this to the max. Some things that I usually pack in this when I'm traveling is I will have my laptop. So I usually just put my laptop in here and I just like slide it on the side, and then I will have my camera because I always like to have those things on me when I'm traveling. When I'm traveling, this sometimes is the bag that I put underneath the seat in front of me when I'm flying, but I put all of like my personal things, especially if I'm flying and I want to check all of my bags and I take this with me, then I will make sure I have a change of clothes in here too, because I have learned the hard way, always have a change of clothes when I pack with a baby, or when I travel with my daughter when she's a baby. She pooped on me once, so always have a change of clothes with you that you are easily accessible, because you don't want to dig in that overhead bin. So that's why I'll throw a change of clothes in here and I can pull it out. So that is the luggage. If you want to look and see the set, make sure you click and like look at the reviews. I am really happy with this. I've had it, like I said, I've had this set for at least 3 years. Nothing is broken on it. I guess I could probably take this plastic off by now, but nothing is broken on it. It is great. It is hard. So if you are concerned about a hard case, I have never checked it, so I have not seen how TSA would treat it. But as far as me taking it through the airport, everything has worked great. Taking on many road trips. It's just my favorite. And who doesn't like a matching set when you're going through the airport? It makes you, even though I'm a hot mess and I may be packing the morning of the trip, at least I look put together with my suitcase and like my matching overnight bag. So that is the first thing. That this is like my must, and I always have to have it. So now let me see, what is the next thing? So since we're taking a road trip, the next thing is for the car. So I don't know if you have this problem, but when I am on a road trip and I have my phone plugged into my car, it overheats when it charges, especially if I'm trying to use the GPS. So this is, it has like your cord for Type-C and old Apple. So I like that I already have the cords in there, but it charges your phone without it overheating. So it'll like watch the voltage. I don't know, it's magic. But it does go into, I still call it a cigarette lighter. I don't know if that's like the name of it still, but that was what it was for. I don't know if you can still light cigarettes with it, but this plugs in there, and then it does have those two, and then it has one USB and one Type-C, so you can like charge your phone. I do like this because my daughter, we have like Type-C plugs in our car, and because it's like so fragile, she like bumps it and like she has snapped many cords in this spot, and we've had to keep buying new ones. But once we got this, because it like will bend, or it turns too when you're in there, we haven't had to replace it. And she has like the cord that she needs, and it like goes out, and then you like pull it and it retracts. So this is great for in the car. We love it. And then whoever needs a charger, we always have the type of charger that anybody would need. So this comes in handy. Again, click it if you want to like look at the specs and read the reviews. All the things that I got, I make sure like I try it out, it works good, and then I read the reviews to make sure that other people aren't having issues or I'm missing something. So I'm happy with this. If you have problems, especially with your phone overheating, that is like my number one issue. You should give this one a try. All right, on to the next thing. So the next thing, I'm doing all of my chargers together. I hate happening to, like I have an Apple Watch, I have an old iPhone, and I have a new iPhone. I have two different iPhones because I do social media. So I want to make sure that I have like one work phone, one regular phone. They have both two different chargers. So when I'm in the car, I have that other charger that I just showed you. This one is a MagSafe charger. It does not come with a cube, but this, you can put your iPhone on there, you can put your AirPods on there, your phone. I will say, if you're trying to use it and do a fast charge, it does an okay charge. So it's like a good, like, set it on there, like if you're going to the pool or you're not trying to use your phone. I've noticed if I try and use my phone while using this charger, it usually stays at about the same. But if I put it on the phone, on the charger, and leave it, it seems to charge pretty good. I do like, again, I told you earlier, my daughter snaps these. So this is a little bit thicker, so that is also really nice. But I like to have this one because I can just throw different things on the charger and I don't have to have 3 different chargers going. So this comes in handy. This is like one of my best friends when I'm traveling. I always keep one in my work backpack because I never know when I'm going to need to charge something, and I have like all different types of stuff. So anything that's MagSafe or that you have to like put it on a charger, this will charge it. So this is great. So on to the next thing. I didn't know people were sending messages. Well, thank you for messaging. I think you can put Androids on it. So that's what it said is for Apple and Android. So now I'm on to the next thing, which I just ordered a second one of this for traveling. But yes, I don't know if you heard me. On the link, if you check on the link, it said Androids too. As long as it's like MagSafe charging, you can charge it. So if you click on that link, then you'll be able to see the reviews. I don't know if I changed it. I did. All right, so on to the next thing. One thing I always like to take with me are portable charger, or not charger, but like my mind is going blank. A surge protector is usually what I call it. Oh my gosh, my mind's going blank. But I always have one of these because I always feel like we fight for the chargers by the bed, or they're too far, so I can't like charge my phone at night, or we don't have enough cubes, and I got tired of bringing like a bunch of cubes. So I always like to pack one of these, so then that way I have like my charging station and I can sit it on the desk so everybody can plug their wires in or their plugs in, and I don't have to worry about it because I have been at a few hotels where the plugs don't work. This is retractable, so you have your cord, and then again, I told you guys, whenever you're using things live, they don't want to work for you. But you spin it up and you don't have to worry about a long cord, and as you can see, it's small and compact, so it'll fit on your thing or in your backpack and not take a lot of space. I don't know, but when I was looking at this, it did say it's like cruise approved. I have not been on a cruise. I will never go on a cruise because rogue waves, if you know. But if you are going on a cruise, you can look up something like this because it does have the grounding plug on there as well. But like I said, these are always easy. It has 2 USB and 2 Type-C with 3 plugs. So we just put this on the corner or on the desk. My daughter can plug in her Switch and her tablet, and I don't have to fight for like a cube, and I don't have to carry a bunch of little cubes. It's easy to just throw this in the bag and then I can charge everything at once. So if you're looking for an easy way to have like, I always take one of these on the go, especially if we're doing a road trip because I have plenty of space in my trunk. So these come in handy. I love these. So on to the next thing. I'll see if there's any comments. Okay, no new questions. So the next thing, so our trip, we're going to be at a picnic and we're going to be outside. And I will say, I was gifted this one by the company to try it out. I've had it for a few months now and I've been using it all summer and it is great. Especially since I am in my 40s, I get hot flashes, so I need a fan. So this is great to have. It actually, I'm going to show you it on high so you can hear. It's not too loud, but it actually, my hair's not blowing, but it actually blows like high amount of air. But one thing that I like about this is if you have a charging cord with you, not only can you charge it, but this works as a power bank so you can charge your phone as well. So you have a fan to keep you cool and it charges you as well. I will just throw it on my neck and it's like easy. It's not heavy, and everything is, you can see the blades, it is like enclosed because I will give this to my nephews. They are 5 and 3 and they drop stuff. And I like this because it is actually pretty sturdy. We have not broken it. Maybe it has some scratches, but for the most part, it still does the trick. It's great. And then it shows you right here, like what speed it's at. And I like that the speed button and the power button are 2 different things. So the speed that you turn it off on, it stays that way when you turn it on. And then it shows you the percentage of battery life you have left. And I probably charge this once every 2 weeks and it stays charged. And it can charge your phone. So this is like a fancy fan. This is one I use if like when we're sitting at the picnic table or I'm sitting watching my daughter swimming and I can just like set it on the table. It's grippy on the bottom. So you can sit it on the table and it'll like blow air in your face. So this is good. Also, my mom is riding with me on this trip and she gets hot and I don't like to hear the fan of the air conditioning. So like I don't like to hear car noises. I'm weird. But she'll use this on low to like help herself cool off. So this is like a great option, especially if you're going to be outside. All right, on to the next thing. I thought I put all my fans together. I didn't. Like I said, if I haven't given you this, like, I am adult with ADHD, so I'm scatterbrained and all over the place. I try and organize as much as I can, but here we are. You never know what you're going to get from me. So I went from fans to dental floss. Now, when I am out on traveling on vacation, I like to have a good steak dinner, and the toothpicks just don't do the trick after I'm done. So I have big, like, gaps in my teeth. So this is expanding dental floss. And what I like about this is, I don't know if you know, but if you get a piece of meat, like, packed in your gums, it is painful. And I have tried, like, other expanding dental floss, wax dental floss, the flossers, and it just doesn't do a good job. But this, I don't know what it is, but it expands. I won't floss on video because I know that grosses people out, but the way that it goes and expands, and it just, like, grabs all the stuff that's stuck in your teeth. Like, I remember before I'd have issues with other dental floss, and the dentist told me to just tie it in a knot and then, like, run it through there to pull stuff out, and it would be cutting up my gums and I would be in pain. I love this dental floss because it doesn't cut my gums when I use it. So it, like, pulls stuff out. I don't have any issues. It is a mint flavor, but it's not that strong. But if you have issues like me, I keep this in the car, and then I get a second one to keep in my suitcase. Well, actually, I keep it in my toiletry bag, just so while we're traveling, I don't have to worry about, do we have dental floss? Because I floss probably like 4 or 5 times a day. Anytime I eat meat, I'm looking for dental floss to, like, try and get it out of my teeth. So expanding dental floss, it is worth it. I would check the reviews, look at it. You'll see it does work. So if you know. All right, on to the next thing. All right, now we're back to fans. This summer, companies were giving me fans like crazy to try them out. And this is another one that they gave me to try out. I like this one. When I got this one, I had my husband in mind. So this is one that you wear around your neck. So it's easy to put on, and it's actually pretty comfortable. Like I said, one of the things when we do our family reunion, which I happen to be wearing our family reunion shirt. This is from last year. It was in Nashville. So, and Nashville is hot. This year it's in Columbus, Ohio, another hot place. And we always have a picnic outside at, like, noon, at, like, the heat of the day. So this is another fan that actually cools as it's, like, blowing the air. This one, the button is on the side. And again, this one you have to push the button multiple times to get it to go higher and higher. But it's not that loud, and it blows the air up in your face. But it feels, like, good, and it cools you off. So this one I use when I have to be hands-free. We have a big dog. He's 90 pounds. He's a shepherd mix. And when I take him on walks, I know you're not supposed to walk your dog in the heat of the day, but he likes to walk out there. So we do, like, 5 or 10 minute walks. I put this on because I need to be hands-free. And it keeps me, like, from sweating, and it cools me off as I'm walking. And it blows air, I don't know if you can see, like, all the way around. So this one part goes to your face, it blows the back of your neck, and it really, like, cools you off. Here's the power button to turn it on, and it's really not that loud. So it's very functional. It feels good on. It doesn't feel bulky or heavy. So this is, like, my other fan that I'll be taking along with us on the trip because we're going to be out in the heat. It does tell you on the inside right and left, so then that way you know, like, you don't want to be wearing it upside down. Well, I guess you could and put it, like, in your shirt and cool off in there. But this is another fan that will come in handy when we are at the picnic, especially if I have to do something hands-free. If I'm playing a game, who knows? We could be doing 3-legged races, and I could still be cool while I'm racing. So I think I just dated myself with a 3-legged race, but it is what it is. So this fan, if you need a hands-free fan while you're out and about around the house, like, I use it for walking my dog. If I was a gardener, I probably could use it for gardening too, but hands-free fan. On to the next thing. I did not know that they keep the bugs away. That is good to know. All right, so the next thing, I saw this, I want to say, like, 6 years ago. I think I was on TikTok, and they said, like, this was, like, the must-have travel bag. So what I like about this is it has a hook. So when I load all of my makeup, hair supplies, all that stuff in here, I can hang this up on the door and I don't have to worry about taking up space. So it has like a little packet here. This is where I usually keep all of my hair supplies to do my daughter's hair. We put our toothbrushes, toothpaste, and we'll put it in here. Like I said, I am scatterbrained, so I usually have toothbrushes in 2 or 3 different spaces. But I like that it folds up, zips up, so it's convenient to like just take different places. And it has like a pouch right here. So you can it actually holds quite a bit. And like I said, I've had this for like 6 or 7 years. So, and it has held up over time. Now, I don't think they have a lot in this pattern. If you check it, they do have like solid patterns if flamingos aren't your thing, flamingos and flowers. But they do have solid patterns, they do have other ones. So click the link and you can check out what other ones they have. But this has been great. And it's so like practical because I like practical things when I am traveling. And like this hook, like I said, has not broken. It's sturdy. And then all of your things zip closed so you don't have to worry about things falling out. So it's basically an over the door storage that is travel size. So things that you wouldn't want to have to like lay out on the counter because bathroom or hotel bathrooms do not have a lot of counter space. So this is going to condense everything and give you a spot to like put it so you don't have to worry about taking up space. So that is what I like about this. I usually just hang it on the towel rack on the back of the door and we don't have to worry about it. Or I'll hang it up in the closet like area and grab things as I go in the bathroom and then put it back. I know this may make it look like I am an organized person, but I'm not as organized as I may look. Like I said, I'm supposed to be hitting the road at 4 o'clock in the morning on Monday. I have not packed, and here I am doing this live instead of packing. But I digress. I will get there. I still have all of Sunday. So this is my favorite toiletry bag. And everything in here is waterproof. So if you're concerned about like things leaking, and I didn't show you guys, they do have like extra straps to like organize stuff, but I just throw things in the pouches. I feel like if it's compartmentalized, that's enough for me. I don't need to organize my compartmentalization. So this comes in handy if you're looking for a new toiletry bag. Again, if this print is not your style, just click on the link. They have like tons of other options. All right, on to the next thing. So the next thing was another gifted product by the company for me to try it out. And I like it. I keep it in here because I got tired of getting like a hangnail or a snag nail while we're on the trip and I don't have what I need. So this is my complete nail supply. So what it comes with is it has a metal nail file. So that comes in handy whenever I get a snag, or you know when your nail rips like at the root right here and you're like, and it hurts to rip it. So then you just file the heck out of it to try and save it. So that's what I use that for. It has a nail clipper. I get horrible hangnails where they're like right here. So because it's at an angle, as you can see, it makes it easy to like get like close to that area and clip that piece. So these come in handy. Once I started clipping those little pieces that you get on the side, I stopped ripping them to my elbow and bleeding. Okay, I'm being dramatic. I didn't rip it to my elbow. But like, you know what I'm talking about when you have like that little skin and then you rip it and then it's like painful for like years. And okay, maybe not years, but if you know, it is painful. So this comes in handy because once I started clipping them, no longer had like the issue. They didn't hurt when I clipped them. They scream bloody murder when I would bite them. And then it does have a nail file on there too. So you can like clean up any jagged nail pieces. Then I don't use this. No, I do use this one. It has like, and all of the pieces are metal on this and are pretty sturdy, but it has like a cuticle cutter. So like if you need to shave your cuticles, this comes in handy. And I guess that pushes it back. I don't use that all the time. Again, 2 more different types of cuticle work. And then this is one of the coolest nail clippers I've ever seen. So if you lose your mobility, which can happen when you get older, it is hard to like pull your knee up and like clip your toenails. So this actually spins. So you can like clip it in a way that works for you and you don't have to use it this way, which, like, let's just be honest, if you're clipping your own toenails, it's a lot of work. At least it is for me. But turning it to the side makes it easier to, like, reach your toes. So this is the coolest thing that I've ever seen. You can, like, turn it to where you need it to clip it. I have not seen that before. Maybe I'm old school. Like I said, I just recently updated all my nail clippers with this because some of my stuff was really old and rusting and it was time to replace it. And then again, this one does have the nail file on there too, so you can, like, clean up those sharp edges after you clip your nails. So I thought that was really cool. I had not seen that before, but that, like, spins. So I thought that was cool. And then they do have, I keep the plastic on it I like to keep the plastic on things, as you can see with the Suitcase. And I'm working on letting go of my boxes. I am an elder millennial, so yes, it's hard to let go of those boxes. But they do have, like, a heavy duty nail clipper if you need, like, something stronger for your toes. What I like is it has that folds up, so it makes it easy to grip it. And again, you can hold it like this if you need to. I have arthritis in my hand, so sometimes it's harder for me to do, like, some of those fine things. Even, like, can opener, it feels extremely painful. So I like this because it's just easy to grip it instead of trying to, like, focus on something tiny. So that comes in handy. And then, turn that. The last one is this heavy duty for your toes. You know, there's just sometimes where you need this. And I'm just going to leave it at that. But what I like is it has that so you can open it little, or if you need a wider grip, put the wrong one up. You can have two so you can have a wider grip if you need it. So that is great about this one because sometimes people have bigger hands. I have smaller hands, so I only need to put one up and I'm good. But somebody may need bigger hands, or it's, like, easier on your hands. So this always goes with us because it never fails. Somebody has a nail emergency. We have this is my nail doctor's kit. So I have everything that I need in case anybody has a nail emergency. And I keep it in my toiletry bag. So in that way, I'm not fumbling through a different bag saying I know I packed it somewhere. So this case is easy to find, and I always put it right here in my bag. So you can click on it and see all the different functions, check out the price. Sometimes it's on sale. I don't know if it is or isn't right now, but that is that one. So now we're on to the next thing. I forgot this one in the bathroom. Hold on a second. Okay, so this one is for the ladies. I don't know if you've ever been, I'm not going to go into too much detail, but sometimes when I use hotel soaps or body washes, they cause me to itch. So I like to take my own body wash to make sure I don't itch. And I'm going to leave it at that. If you're a lady, you know what I'm talking about. So I started using this. I will say if you're allergic to tea tree oil, do not use this. It may make it worse. But I have a very sensitive area and I, like, itch. So I got this to use and it has worked great. It has not thrown off my pH balance. So I use it as a whole body body wash when I am traveling, because that way I know I'm not going to have any issues. But I love this body wash. I just throw it in here. I throw it in one of these packets in here, and I have my own body wash to go with me. So if you have any issues, if you're sensitive to, like, body washes and you're not allergic to tea tree oil, because some people have a reaction, I use this. It does not have any issues at all. And I will say your body feels clean after one wash. Now, I always do 2 rounds of washing, but your body feels clean and smells clean after one wash. So I'm going to throw that out there. I'm going to be vague, but I hope you're picking up what I am putting down. I love this, and I use it as a whole body wash, especially when I'm traveling, because I don't want to pack a bunch of things. Now, that's too big for TSA, so you can't take it on the plane, but I'm doing a road trip, so I can put it in my bag this time. So this one is good for body wash. So on to the next thing. So the next thing is, so this is for dry and sensitive skin. Again, sometimes when I'm traveling, the lotions that they have in the hotel make me feel drier than I was before I took a shower. I feel like they have a bunch of alcohol in there and I can, like, just feel it. So this is a, like, dry skin lotion. In the summertime, I don't really have as much of an issue, but I still like to take lotion because sometimes if we are, like, in a pool, you know that feeling that your skin gets after you're in the pool. Now, this is fragrance free, so when I'm traveling, I love to be the smell queen, but I don't want to, like, clash smells sometimes. So I use this and it works good on my lotion, or works good as a lotion. It is not greasy, so I'm going to show you guys. Hopefully it shows up on camera, but it is not greasy at all. And it really, like, you can feel that it moisturizes your skin. So I like it. And again, it has no smell. I don't know why. Like, I had a deodorant that I tried that had no smell, and things that have no smell mess with me, because it's like, is it there? Because I love scents. But like I said, this one, I usually do body oils, so I can do a body oil over this, and I don't have to worry about like the smells clashing, and I can smell the oil that I'm using for the day. But this works great. It's a nice thicker lotion, but it's not greasy, and my skin doesn't feel like that clogged feeling after using it. It still feels like it can breathe. So this is a good non-scented lotion, especially if you're a person that sometimes when I've been in Sephora and I'm trying stuff out, I start to get a headache. So some days I just can't do scents. This is like a good one for one of those days. Or if you're going to be around people, like I'm going to be in the car for 10 hours, so I don't want to annoy my mom. So I have like scented free stuff that I will wear while we're travel days, so she doesn't have to smell all of my fragrances. So if you're looking for a good non-scented lotion, not greasy, and it really helps with dry skin, like sometimes I have issues with my elbows, and it helps with those too. I'll put like a thick layer on before I'm going to bed, and that helps like clear that up. Then this is gonna be like a good travel lotion. And it's like, the way that they designed it, it's like, I haven't had any issues with it busting open. So this is this. On to the next thing. I will say, because I'm doing this live, this is probably the most organized I've been before a trip, because I have a checklist of everything that I need to put in my suitcase. All right, so the next one, I'm gonna be honest with you, this is something that it was like an impulse buy when I was scrolling things that you need. So I have not used it yet, but I have read the reviews, and the reviews seem pretty good. When I'm on trips or when we go on vacation, last year we went to Universal and my feet were killing me. So this is magnesium lotion. I read the reviews. You can go check out the reviews for yourself if you like click the link. But it helps with aches and pains, and it also helps you like sleep better. You rub it on your legs and feet before you go to bed, which I'm a nighttime showerer. So I'm going to shower and put this on, and it helps with like minor aches and pains. And then it also, they say that it'll help me sleep better. So I'm looking forward to trying this. I have not used it yet. It doesn't have like a strong smell. It's got a pleasant smell. It kind of smells like lilac. Is that the word I'm looking for? I think lilac. It has a flowery scent, but it smells good. I've rubbed it on my arms. Like I said, I have not used it like to sleep at night. I am not a person that has a problem falling asleep. I'm a person that has a problem staying asleep. So I am excited to try this. This is something that I just put in there because I know I'm going to be doing a lot of walking. My feet are going to be looking like they're going to be hurting. So I'm looking forward to see if this can help at the end of like a long walking day, if I will feel better. Like I said, read the reviews on it. It has like a lot of reviews. So if it's something that you're interested in, you might want to try this one because it has like a high amount of reviews. So I'm excited about this. I'm going to use it tonight after tonight's shower. All right, on to the next thing. All right, so this is my last thing. It's Poo-Pourri, if you know. So the worst part of being in a hotel room with one bathroom, and usually we're sharing it with, like, there's 3 people sharing the bathroom, is when your food has passed and you need to go. So if you've never been aware, like if you've never used Poo-Pourri spray before, but like you do 1 spray on the toilet before you go number 2, and then when you go number 2, it like traps the scent in there so you don't have a stinky bathroom. So when you're in like close quarters, I know sometimes you just don't want to have to run to the lobby bathroom to go use the bathroom, and you don't want everybody in the hotel room heckling you, or sometimes you may be out in public and you gotta go, and you don't want somebody looking at your shoes to call you out when you step out of the stall. So this is beach bum scent. It smells really good. And you just do like 1 over the toilet water. I don't know how it works. I don't know all the science behind it, but it does work. It is great. So it's small enough, as you can see, put it the size of my hand, that you can keep it in your purse. I keep it in the toiletry bag. Like I said, this is like my toolkit when I'm traveling, but I put it in there so that way it's always in the bathroom, and if anybody needs it when they go, they just spray and go. The smell is not like super strong, so it doesn't like give you a headache. It doesn't give me a headache afterwards, but that is your best friend. So if you need something, if you're gonna be in tight quarters, or you know you're gonna need to take the kids to the pool and you don't want everybody smelling the pool, here you go. All right, so that was my last thing. Like, of course I have more things I have to pack, but I have to get my life together and get everything. But those are just like some things that I thought people may find fun. Again, click the links. I don't know if there's a way for you to go back and watch it from the beginning if you're just now getting here, but I went over my travel essentials, my suitcases, other stuff. I like reviewing different things and testing out things that are the same to see if there's like a difference and like help people find the best thing for them. If you found it helpful, hit like so that lets Amazon know you liked my live, and you can follow along to see like what I'll be reviewing next. As you know, I'm going on a trip, so I won't be here for the next week. Hopefully not. I'll be like taking a break, but I hope to do more lives. Put in the comments if there's something that you'd like me to see, like to review, because I'd rather spend my money and tell you about it, so then that way you don't have to like use yours or waste your time. So I hope you found this helpful. I hope you enjoyed this live. It was a lot of fun. And until next time, I don't have like a saying or anything, so bye.